Alright everyone, good evening rather. It's Fast Track Mason here with the Fast Track Storm Center coming to you to start severe weather coverage as we have the threat for severe weather, obviously, as you can see off to the west of us in Indiana. And this is going to be a very prolonged live stream. So, just give me 1 second here, though. Trying to pull up a live here on my phone. There we go. Alright, so, Tornado Watch, first of all, as you can see, has been issued. That is what you see shaded in this blue, okay? That's the Tornado Watch that was just issued, like maybe like a minute ago. That goes until 3 a.m. for the entire viewing area, and off to the west you can see all the showers of thunderstorms starting to make their way through Indiana, and they're heading towards the Miami Valley. In fact, you can see a few of the storms actually tornado warned. In fact, this one right here I've been monitoring. This one actually had a tornado on the ground just a few minutes ago, as it was to the west of Bloomington, around the Worthington area here in Indiana. Now it looks like it's radar indicated. I know this is outside of the viewing area, but these storms are moving in, so that's something that we need to be paying attention to, okay? Keep in mind, like I said, Tornado Watch has been issued for the entire Miami Valley. Again, that goes until 3 a.m. You see this yellow shading up here. That's a severe thunderstorm watch. That's out of our viewing area, so we don't have to worry about that. But Tornado Watch means that conditions are favorable for development of severe weather, okay? So now is the time to be preparing, as these storms are still heading towards us. Now it's the time to be preparing, okay? If I go back over to Fast Track Doppler Radar Live, you can see these storms just trucking right along. I'll take you in close and I'll show you this one right here. Again, this is the one I've been concerned about, really, because this one had a large tornado on the ground about like a few minutes ago, before I started this live stream. Really, it did. I see we got Kara on here. She's watching. Hi, Kara. How are you doing tonight? So feel free to go ahead and jump on here. We're going to go over to my debris tracker, and we're going to take a look at the storm, really, because this did show a debris signature, and there it is. It's still showing one because it did lost a lot of debris, okay? You can see here, this shading right here, for these who don't know, most of the time on correlation coefficient, you'll have just these reds and even these dark shading purples right here. You'll sometimes have those, okay? But when they start to go down to those yellows, greens, whites, and eventually over to the darker shading right here that you see, they'll get down even further, they'll go even more darker. That's when we see the potential of some debris, okay? And that's exactly what this right here is indicating, really, because there was a tornado on the ground, and this is also an indication. This is also an example of a debris signature as well back here. So it may have been some debris lofted back there as well, okay? This is one product that I'm going to be using tonight. Hopefully I won't have to use it, because I hope to God we don't get a twister spit up. But if we do, this is the product you'll be seeing. This is called Correlation Coefficient. It's basically my debris tracker. Alright, and it shows basically where there's been debris that has been lofted, okay? Going back over to the radar, and you see this is a very unique thunderstorm right here. You see you got the hail core. That's an indication right there. That's another thing we have the potential for is hail, really. In fact, I'll go ahead and put the hail tracker on here, and I'll show you guys the hail on this storm, because this is pretty impressive, really. There you go. You can see these two big bullseyes. Of course, there is some lag time with it, but still, hail up to about 2 inches in diameter. That's big size hail. That's egg. That's egg sized hail, if I'm not mistaken. And back here around Worthington, 1.9-inch hail. That's just shy of egg size right there, okay? So, not a question that we could see some very large hail as well. We do have the threat for seeing some significantly large hail tonight, and some damaging winds, and like I said, we do have that tornado threat as well. Another threat we are going to be keeping a close eye on is the threat for flooding. These storms do have the potential of producing some flooding, producing some heavy rainfall that could lead to some flooding, or even some flash flooding. In fact, I'll put the 3-hour rainfall on, and this is rainfall over the last 3 hours. And you see, not a ton, but maybe upwards over of an inch, a little over, as these storms have been moving in from Illinois into Indiana, really. In fact, we just got a severe thunderstorm warning, our first warning of the night. So we got a new severe thunderstorm warning now that is for Randolph County. That has been issued until 8:15. This is issued by the National Weather Service in Indianapolis. Keep in mind, Randolph is under the jurisdiction of the National Weather Service in Indianapolis, whereas the rest of the counties, Wayne, Fayette, Union, and all the others, and including our Ohio counties, are under the jurisdiction of the National Weather Service in Wilmington. So basically, the Indianapolis office has issued a warning for where they are in charge of the warnings, and that is for the western and northern part of Randolph County that stretches from Winchester up to Ridgeville and then back towards Albany, and even includes all Parker City as well. And again, this goes until 8:15 as well. This goes until 8:15 this evening, so possibility of some hail and some gusty winds, some heavy rain, quite a bit of lightning as well, so you'll certainly want to stay indoors and away from windows as these storms do come on in. We also still have a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for Henry County, western parts of Henry County, Indiana, as well as Rush County. This includes the western side of Rushville, includes Knightstown, Shirley, stretches all the way back towards almost to Indianapolis. So severe thunderstorm warning for Henry and Rush counties in Indiana. That's until 7:45. Still, you see the thunderstorm damage threat is set to considerable. That means the storm is capable of producing winds in excess of 70 miles an hour. You can see the max wind gust potentially could be 70 miles per hour. That is a very strong winds with these storms. Okay, like I said, we have a tornado watch that has been issued for the entire viewing area. Let me see here. Tornado watch. Okay, so tornado watch for Fayette, Union, Wayne, as well as our Ohio counties. That's until 3 a.m. Randolph County, your watch is until 11 o'clock this evening. Okay, so that's when your tornado watch goes until. All right. So yeah. Let's go back over here. Just to let you guys know, this live stream is also being simulcasted on YouTube as well. So if you guys follow the Fast Track Storm Center on YouTube, my YouTube channel on YouTube, then you guys can watch this live stream on there as well. Okay. Yeah, you can see these showers of thunderstorms moving in like very good. Okay, they're moving in. Okay, so now's the time to be preparing. All right, we already have one warning that's in effect, and we have a tornado watch as well. Okay, so some things to keep in mind is that you want to be thinking about where you're gonna go. Okay, so I'm pulling up something right now that I want to share with you guys, since we are talking about this. Talk about being prepared. Oops. There we go. Alright. So, what this is a acronym that I like to remind people about when we're talking about the potential of tornadoes, or even when we are talking during tornado warnings. It's called DUCK. D-U-C-K. And it's self-explanatory if you think about it, really. D stands for down. Get down to the lowest level of your home or apartment as you possibly can. Use for under. Get under something sturdy. Alright? Like a workbench, a table, a sofa. C is cover. Cover your head, okay? Keep in mind that the #1 leading cause in fatalities and injuries with tornadoes is blunt force trauma to the head, okay? So injuries to the head are blamed for most injuries and deaths during tornadoes, okay? So cover your head with mattresses, blankets, pillows, helmets. If you have a bike helmet, or if you have kids and they play sports, get the helmets on them. Make sure you have the helmets ready and they're easy to grab. And the last one is K. Keep safe. Keeping your safe place until the storm has passed, and until I've told you that it's okay to come out. Okay, you want to avoid rooms that have windows. Okay, but if you have to be in a room with a window, though, make sure you cover yourself up. Okay, because just think about this: if a tornado touches down and debris comes starts flying around outside, you're going to be looking at a situation involving flying glass in your safe spot. Okay, shards of flying glass due to debris is not always a good thing. Okay, and in fact, that's a lot of times how people get cut during tornadoes, is shards of flying glass caused by debris coming through the windows. Okay, so always avoid rooms with windows. Okay, we're watching things here. We're still keeping an eye on this cell right here, or at least I am really, because it's showing a unique hook right here. Again, this is the storm that had produced a tornado in and around Worthington, Indiana. All right, this is radar indicated now, but it's showing a telltale sign. And let me look at the debris tracker and see if whether or not this is touchdown again, because it looks like we may have a debris ball. Okay, yeah, it looks like we do have an observed tornado. Yep, it is. Yep, definitely. Go back over it. Yep, that is definitely a debris signature right there. Okay, so this tornado is back on the ground. So I was seeing, so my eyes were not playing tricks on me. They were correct. That was a debris ball that we were seeing. So unfortunately, we are seeing debris that matches up here on correlation coefficient. You see, we are starting to go away from the reds, and we're starting to fall to those yellows, greens, and those whites. And the more debris that gets lost, the lower these colors will go. Okay, but let me go here. We'll go back over to the velocity, and you gotta remember we're looking up higher in the storm, so the radar beam is off to the northeast right here, to the northeast of the storm. So we're looking at the storm right here down to the south west of Bloomington, Indiana. Okay. So if you know anyone that lives south and west of Bloomington, give them a call. Tell them to get to a safe spot. This is a large tornado on the ground. You can see damage threat considerable. That's a word that the National Weather Service does not like to use very, very often, really. In fact, it's probably one of the worst things that they hate to say. Because when you start hearing considerable damage or even catastrophic damage, you know you're dealing with not just a small tornado. You know you're not dealing with a small tornado. You're dealing with a large, dangerous tornado. Okay. So it looks like I apologize for the barking, by the way. That's my German short hair pointer. It says a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Bloomington, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Weather spotters confirmed tornado. Okay, so this is both radar confirmed and spotter confirmed. Okay, so we definitely do have indications of a tornado on the ground. You can see here on correlation coefficient, we are getting debris. All right, and let me see if I pop this up. I don't know if it will. Trying to see if we have a tornado vortex signature, and there it is, right there. That triangle right there, that's a TVS. That's a tornado vortex signature indication right there. Now, basically, I'll talk about what this is, okay? So tornado vortex signature means that we have a really tight rotation, okay? So when the radar sees a rotation that's not a real tight one, it gives me the word meso for mesocyclone. It's just a large rotation within the storm, not a very tight one. It's almost like a broad rotation. Often it produces at least a funnel cloud, okay? And sometimes you can get a tornado to touch down from a meso type of circulation. As that rotation gets much tighter, we can get sometimes this TVS, which is a indication that there is a very tight rotation within the storm. All right, and that's when you can very easily get a tornado to occur. Okay, so that's what this means. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on storm cell tracking mode, and we're going to take a look at something in here. Okay, so this is something that I don't always show. Okay, I don't always show this in my live streams, but I'm going to show this in this situation. Okay, you see, this is information on this particular storm. Kind of tells me what I may have within it. You see the tornado signature confirmed. Again, that means that we have a tornado on the ground. You can see also the severe hail, 70%. That means there's a very good chance of very large hail, and hail could be as large as 1.25 inches in diameter. And the hail probability overall, 100%. That means there's a very high chance of seeing hail out of the storm. Okay, and as we saw on the hail tracker, I'll actually take this track off. I'll put the hail tracker back on. You can see here, we have to give it a little bit of time to load, and like I said, there is some lag time with it. You see back to when the storm was around Worthington, Indiana, those were big bullseyes. I told you that that was indicating egg-sized hail, 2 inches in diameter. Now moving forward, we are starting to get warnings issued around the fast track viewing area. We actually got a severe thunderstorm warning issued for a county that we used to cover, Franklin County, Indiana. It includes Brookville. That also includes Dearborn County, Ripley. It's Dearborn, Ripley, and Franklin counties until 8:15 this evening. Severe thunderstorm was located 10 miles south of Greensburg, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Specific hazards look to be 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. So not seeing the tornado possible tag though. But you see here off to the west, around Westport, Indiana, and south of Greensburg, there is a tornado. There are tornado warnings that have been issued with these storms. I'll put the radar back on, the live radar. And yeah, we're still on the Indianapolis radar because that's the closest to these storms right now until they get into the Wilmington radar range. Okay, but you see these storms have tornado warnings with them, and this is a confirmed tornado right here. This is the one that has the tornado on the ground right now, around just south of Bloomington. All right, these storms can produce rotation at any given time. So whether you have a tornado warning or not tonight, you need to take the situation very seriously overall, either way, because it doesn't matter which threat you're going to get, whether it's the straight line winds, the tornadoes, or the hail, or the flooding. We're going to be looking at each threat possibly happening tonight. Okay, so, and we still have the severe thunderstorm warning that we continue with for Randolph County. That's until 8:15 this evening. That also includes Delaware County and the northern fringe of Henry County. So we're talking Springport. Okay, that's until 8:15 still this evening. Not seeing any rotation within this particular storm. So it looks like this storm is more of a hail and wind producing storm rather than a potentially rotating and tornadic storm. Whereas the storms to the south, really, from Bloomington eastward, and even these back here in the parts of Illinois, are more of what we consider tornadic storms. Okay, so when you have a storm that has a tornado warning with it, you classify it as a tornadic storm. All right, and this one's starting to show some clear signs of rotation. In fact, 2 spots of areas of rotation. In fact, maybe even 3. 1, 2, 3. And this is just west of that severe thunderstorm warning, really, that was just issued. This is a very strong rotation right here that we're seeing just to the west of Westport. We'll have to keep an eye on this one, really. So, this live stream's going to go well into the night, really. Well into the night until these storms are completely gone and the tornado watch has been canceled or expired. Remember, the watch goes until 3 a.m. in the morning, so we've got hours to go of this stuff, okay? And it's not even getting started, all right? It's just getting started, really, all right? So I'll zoom out here, put the regional radar back on, and there's the watch right there. 3 a.m. for all the counties except for Randolph. Randolph is until 11 o'clock this evening. And you see these storms just developing. And I want to show you this right here. This is a big, big feature right here. I was just telling you guys that we may see tornadoes. Well, this is an even bigger indication that we may see tornadoes tonight. This polygon right here, that's a tornado warning, but notice the damage threat on it. Catastrophic. Okay, that means there is a very large tornado impacting a very highly populated area. I'll actually take you down here right now and we'll look at the storm, okay? The reason why I'm taking you guys outside of the viewing area and showing you these storms as they are moving in outside of the viewing area, because I want you guys to understand what we are exactly looking at, potentially happening tonight, okay? I'm not trying to scare you guys. I want you guys to know that right now. I'm not trying to scare any of you, but I want you to know what we may be dealing with tonight, okay? Alright? So, this tornado warning right here indicates a catastrophic situation, meaning catastrophic damage from a very large, violent tornado. Alright? And this is around Carrier Mills, around the Harrisburg area, so this is a very large tornado on the ground, okay? Go to storm relative. Actually, you know what? We'll go to base velocity. Very, very clear indications of a tornado with the winds, really. And if we go to the debris tracker, you can see debris showing up clear as day through here, okay? So, yeah, I want you guys to understand how much of a big situation this is, okay? Right now, I want you guys to just get prepared and just remain calm, okay? Mercer County, keeping eyes on you now because severe thunderstorm warning just to the west of you. So these may get extended into our Ohio counties. Right now, only counties that are under warnings right now in our area is Randolph County, really. I was going to say Franklin County, but Franklin County we don't cover anymore, okay? I don't cover anymore. But it is under severe thunderstorm warning. But we got tornado warnings still, okay, that are near us. This is pretty good indication, okay? So, back over the Fast Track Doppler radar live. You see these storms moving in, okay? I'll actually put a loop so you see how these are moving. And we'll do a 6-hour loop. Over the past 6 hours, really, is how long we go for it. See how these storms are just moving, really. And they're not even moving all that fast, so that's why we also have the potential for some flooding to occur as well. Or at least we could see some. Alright? So, yeah, we're going to be dealing with this tonight, folks. So that's why you need to get prepared. Like I told you. And we just actually got a new severe thunderstorm warning issued for southwestern Randolph County. That's until 8:30 this evening. And that includes Henry County as well. So these storms are going to start moving in very quickly. Alright, so if you're in Wayne County, be ready. Because these warnings may get extended. Could very well get extended, okay? So look out Wayne, Fayette, Union. And even in our Ohio counties, Mercer, Darke, Preble, Butler, you're going to see this line first. You're going to see these storms first. Alright? Then the rest of you will. Okay? So we're talking Auglaize down to Warren. What was that? Speak of the devil. Okay. Let's take a look here and see what's coming in.
The National Weather Service in Wilmington has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Franklin County, Wayne County, Union County, Indiana, Fayette County, Indiana, northwestern Butler County, western Preble County until 8:30 p.m. At 7:46 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Rushville, moving east at 55 miles an hour. Hazard, 60 miles an hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expect damage to trees and power lines. Locations impacted include Franklin, Goodwin's Corner, Dublin, Abington, Brownsville, Waterloo, East Germantown, Connorsville, Greens Fort, Bethel, Buena Vista, Boston, Fairhaven, Blooming Grove, Laurel, Billingsville, Cliff Hut, Alpine, Whitewater, and New Paris. This includes the following interstates: I-70 in Indiana between mile markers 134 and 156. I-70 in Ohio between mile markers 0 and 1.
Alright, back with you guys now. That was for new severe thunderstorm, okay? It does take a little bit to pop up on here. It will pop up. But that's for Franklin, Fayette, Union, Wayne, Preble, and Butler counties. That's until 8:30 this evening, okay? So we are looking at the potential of these storms producing hail and damaging winds, okay? And like I said, it does take a little bit for it to pop up on here, the warning, the polygon really. So located near Rushville. So this is probably the storm right here that they're talking about. Still keeping an eye on this one right here though. This one's got my eye intrigued, really. Looking at the velocity, I'm not seeing any signs of rotation within any of these other storms up here. That's good. There is some rotation down here, but not very clear showing up in the Wilmington radar. Come on, Polygon. So, but these storms are moving in. In fact, I want to show you this. Excuse me. Bingo. 60-mile-an-hour winds showing up on our velocity now. That's a very good indication that these storms are going to be producing 60-mile-an-hour winds, okay? I don't know why the polygon's taking forever. Oh, that's outside of the area. Okay. Euclid, Ohio, Ripley, Boone, and Hamilton. Okay, so that's a new warning down here. Okay. Let me take a look at something here. Give me a second here, you guys. I'm gonna have to I gotta restart Fast Track, okay? Alright? So you're gonna see Fast Track go away for a little bit, okay? But it's gonna come right back. So give me 1 second. There it is. There's the polygons now, okay? I had to switch the data incoming server on the polygons, okay? So there's the new warning that was just issued for some of our counties, Franklin, Fayette, Union, Wayne, Preble, and Butler. Again, that's until 8:30 this evening. And then we've also got this one down here that was just issued. This is for Dearborn, Ohio, Ripley County. Dearborn, Ohio, and Ripley counties in Indiana. Boone County, Kentucky, and Hamilton County, Ohio, until 8:45. So now we're looking at storms extending all the way down into the Cincinnati metro area, affecting the Cincinnati metro area. Let's see here. So that new warning down here goes until 8:45 this evening. This one goes until 8:30. So these storms are moving in fast. Put the hail tracker back on and see what we got as far as hail goes. Still in the same tracks, really, with the same hail paths, really, is what it is. So we're keeping an eye out for that. So, I'm gonna keep fast track Doppler radar up for now. I'm gonna eat dinner, then we'll jump back in and do some more coverage. Okay, some more talking. Okay, but I'm gonna keep the radar up. All right, I'll be back, you guys. Okay. Alright, hey guys, I'm back. Like I promised, I would come back. Um, excuse me. Just trying to. See what this is. Special weather statement for August, Champaign, Clark, Dark. Okay, so this is for basically the entire viewing area, except for Warren Clinton. Alright, so, we'll zoom back down in here, and I want to show you guys this. We got another tornado on the ground near Nashville, Indiana, between, okay. This is impressive. Okay, so I want to show you guys this. This is the type of cell that we would call supercell, okay? This is basically a storm that produces very strong tornadoes, okay? This is why we have the tornado watch in place. Because, look at this. This is a classic supercell, okay? You got the fan, what we call the fan, on the northern fringe of the storm. And you have the hail right here. That's what you see, the purple. That's why you see the purple, the black, and the white. Then you have the hook. And then this right here, this baby, is the debris ball. What we call debris ball. And what the radar is actually picking up right here is not only the funnel, but stuff that is being thrown up in the air, okay? I'll go over the debris tracker, correlation coefficient, and sure enough, right there's the debris signature right there with the storm. Again, this is in Indiana. This is southeast of Nashville, Indiana. Okay, so fast track viewing area, you're fine. Okay, but I wanted to show you guys this though, because this is an example of what we could see tonight. Conditions are very favorable for tornadoes. Okay, we do have the energy. We have the ingredients in place, okay? So we can see that this storm is capable of, is actually, not just capable, it's actually producing a tornado. You can see there's the velocity right there. You can see the colors being very, very high. This is an indication of a very, very tight circulation. I was telling you guys about that TVS tornado vortex signature. This is a big example of that, okay? So right here, we got winds going outbound from the radar and inbound to the radar, okay? And these are moving very fast. These winds are moving very fast, okay? So, I'm not saying 100% that we could see large tornadoes tonight, but the threat is there. The threat is there. The ingredients are there. We have the shear. We have the warmth. We have it all. I just saw some lightning right outside of my room, and then there's something right there. Okay, so let's go over to shear. Let's take a look at the shear on this one. There, oh my gosh, that is it. That is probably the most impressive shear I have ever seen. This is wind shear. So this is basically what shows. Okay, tornado warning for Dearborn, Franklin, and Ripley counties. Okay, so we have. Okay, now we need to get back over here because we're starting to see tornado warnings get issued around the viewing area. So we got a tornado warning now for Franklin County, Indiana, Franklin, Dearborn, and Ripley counties in Indiana. So we'll go ahead and cover this as well. But keep in mind about that storm right there, okay? So tornado warning for Dearborn, Franklin, and Ripley counties until what is it? 8:30 this evening for this storm right here. Same one that prompted that severe thunderstorm warning as well. So now we got a tornado warning with the storm, and that right there goes to show you how quickly these storms can start to spin or rotate. Okay, you get these storms that become strong. We get a severe thunderstorm warning. As these storms grow stronger, we'll sometimes start to get some rotation in them, and then we see the severe thunderstorm warning get upgraded to a tornado warning. Okay, so that's exactly what happened. I knew this would happen very fast. Okay, so this is the area that the National Weather Service is actually talking about. This is the east of Oldenburg. Again, this is in Franklin County, county that we don't really cover anymore, but we'll cover it because this is just west of Butler County. But to the east of Oldenburg, so you can see some reds and greens showing up here on the velocity. That tells me that we have outbound and inbound winds in reference to where the radar site is located. Outbound winds is what we see shaded in red. Green is inbound winds to the radar. When we get them very close to another, like we are seeing on the velocity scans, that is telling us that we have a circulation within the storm. That's just updated. That's a new update from Fast Track Doppler radar. So Butler County, you need to be staying tuned because you may be up next for a warning. Okay, so just keep it here. Going back over to the radar. In fact, I want to go back. I want to go over to the debris tracker. I want to check out and make sure we don't have any debris signatures with the storm. Because sometimes what we'll do is we'll get tornadoes that try to spin up even without warning, really. Actually, I want to go to the live version. Okay, not seeing any clear debris signatures. That's good. Unlike this baby back here, that's showing a tornado. That's showing a tornado on the ground very clearly. This one, not seeing any indications of a tornado on the ground. So that's some good news. So it's all radar indicated, but still, that doesn't mean that it's not a dangerous situation. These storms can still produce one. The storm can still produce a tornado. It's just that there's not one on the ground right now, and that there's not any debris being kicked up right now. I want to make sure I also include this. We also have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Randolph County until 8:45. That includes now the entire county. Now includes Henry County still. Okay, what is this? The warning. Oh, severe thunderstorm warning.
The National Weather Service in Wilmington has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Franklin County, Union County, Indiana, Butler County, southern Preble County, southwestern Montgomery County until 9 p.m. At 8:08 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over Brookville, moving northeast at 55 miles an hour. Hazard, 60 miles an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, minor hail damage to vehicles is possible. Expect wind damage to trees and power lines. Locations impacted include Hughes, 7 Mile, Goodwin's Corner, west of Florence, Collinsville, Brownsville, Beckett Ridge, Morning Sun, West Alexandria, South Middletown, Wheatville, Shermtown, Pisgah, Muttonville, Millville, St. Peter, Lehigh, Camden, Fairhaven, and Billingsville. This includes I-75 in Ohio between mile markers 18 and 27.
Alright, back with you guys now. That was the information for the new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for Union, Franklin, Butler, Montgomery, and Preble counties. That's until 9 o'clock this evening for these storms that are moving in. We're to keep an eye on this storm as well. This is in southwestern Fayette County right here. Some possible rotation showing up here. Here it looks like also this storm I will show you guys about the one that has the large tornado on the ground in southern India. This could make its way to the Miami Valley if it holds together. Sorry, got a little distracted. This could make its way towards the Miami Valley if it holds together, okay? You can see that classic hook right there and that debris ball right there. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my cool, but I'm like, it's been so long. It's been years since I've seen a supercell. Okay. You don't see supercells very often here in Ohio. You mostly see them out in Oklahoma, you know, or even anywhere in the Plain States. Is where you see them. Okay, because they get conditions. Jiminy Christmas! Oh my gosh. Oh. That was a very large lightning strike. I'm trying to catch my breath right now. That scared the living crap out of me. That just shows you how strong these storms can be. That was a very large lightning strike right there. And that was right over the top of the storm center. Sorry guys. Let me catch my breath. I'm stumbling over my words. I'm so startled that I'm like, this is a very strong storm right now. That is lightning. That right there is lightning right there that you guys just heard. Really. That is not thunder, that is lightning. Very strong storm over the top of New Madison. Well, it's not extremely strong, but it's really big. There we go. New severe thunderstorm warning's been issued. So this is a new warning that has been issued for
County Airport, New Madison,
Alright, I'm back with you guys now. That was a new severe thunderstorm warning. And that is for what you see shaded in yellow right here. I see you guys. My dogs are up here now. Hi, Zika. Hi, Zeus. My dogs, Zeus gets really scared, okay? Anyway, new severe thunderstorm warning. That lightning's wicked. Extremely wicked. I know, Bubba. Okay, Zeus Rooney. That's alright, Bubba. Zeus is, I'll tell you guys this. Okay, so first of all, let's go through this warning, okay? And then I'll tell you about Zeus. So new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for Mercer, Auglaize, Western Logan, Western Champaign, Clark, Northern Greene, Northern Montgomery, Northern Preble, all of Dark. Just give me a second here. Got a message. That is until 9 o'clock. I know, Susan Rooney. I know, Baba Doggy. And that is my telephone. Let me see here. Get this. It's alright, Zeus Rooney. Calm down, Bubba. Okay, so, anyway, that's until 9 o'clock, this new warning is. And this storm is picking up, really. I think some hail. If you guys are starting to hear some hail come down, send me a report, okay? Take a look at the velocity, not seeing any rotation, well, maybe a little bit near Arcanum, but not a whole lot. We got Daryl Fox, we got Vicky, we got Gavin on here. I welcome everyone, by the way. Let's put the hail tracker on and see what we got going here. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comments and I'll answer them, okay? So that new severe thunderstorm warning, like I said, is until 9 o'clock this evening, and it's this super big polygon right here that you see. And we have a tornado warning now for Wayne and Fayette counties. I got you, buddy.
The National Weather Service in Wilmington has issued a tornado warning for southwestern Wayne County, central Fayette County, Indiana, until 8:45 p.m. At 8:18 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Glenwood, moving north at 40 miles an hour. Hazard, tornado. Source, radar indicated rotation. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to windows and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Mount Auburn, Dublin, Meadowfield, Cambridge City, Bunker Hill, Jacksonburg, Waterloo, East Germantown, Centerville, Connorsville, Interstate 70 at exit 145, Columbia, Vicence, Milton, and Richmond. This includes I-70 in Indiana between mile markers 135 and 150. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. To report severe weather, go to our website at weather.gov/ILN and submit your report via social media when you can do so safely.
Alright, how's Ansonia looking? Ansonia getting blasted right now. Okay, so I'm back with you guys now. That is a tornado warning for Fayette and Wayne counties. That goes until at 8:45 rather this evening. For this storm that you see here, this is the one I was telling you about. We were seeing some broad rotation with the storm in Fayette County earlier. Now it is tornado Warren. This is just near of Connorsville. Someone's asking about Ansonia. Daryl is so Ansonia. Go back up into the radar. You got some heavy rain coming down right now. Some heavy rain, some gusty winds, lightning, and possibly some hail as well. So I would say remain indoors, okay? New Madison, you are getting blasted right now, okay? So anyone in New Madison needs to be like hunkering down, okay? Staying indoors away from windows, okay? But this storm has now a tornado warning was in Fayette County. This also includes parts of Wayne County from Cambridge City over towards the west side of Richmond, okay? So if you are in Wayne County, southwestern Wayne County, or even Fayette County, you need to be taking cover right now, okay? This includes Mount Auburn, Dublin, Meadowfield, Cambridge City, Bunker Hill, Jacksonburg, Waterloo, East Germantown, Centerville, Connorsville, Interstate 70 at exit 145. So if you know that intersection right there, Interstate 70 at exit 145, then you know what I'm talking about. Columbia, Bisons, Milton, and Richmond. Take cover, okay? We'll go ahead and get some streets on the map here, and we'll do a little street spotting here to see exactly who's in line for the storm, okay? West County Road 150 South. We got South Castile Road, South County Road 400 West, West County Road 75 North, West Sebastian Road. This is in Fayette County, all right? So the severe storm, is still in Fayette County, heading to the north to Fayette County. I mean, not Fayette County. Wayne County, okay? Sorry, my brain's going 100 miles an hour right now. North County Road 200 West. West County Road 300 North. It's heading towards West County Road 400 North. We've got, what else do we have? Crossing into Wayne County, we've got Bison Station Road, Crawford Road, what was that one? Caldwell Road. What's this one? I'm trying to grab it. Bentonville Road, Holtzclaw Road. What else do we have here? I'm trying to grab it. Crawford Road. We've got, what else do we have? Bentonville Road, Lindsay Road, Sarver Road, Holtzclaw Road, again, that's Lindsay Road. Up here, Nickel Plate Road, Interstate Road. We've got Whitaker Drive, Newman Lake Road, Hurst Road, and then we've got Penville Road. So it looks like the rotation's starting to cycle back up again here on the radar. We also got west. This is right over West Griner Road. Forgive me if I mispronounce. We've got West Country Club Road, South County Road 300 West. We've got West County Road 75 North, West Sebastian Road, like I said. We've got also North County Road 200 West. And then off towards north right here, we got North Elephant Hill Drive. So, Western Fayette County, you need to be taking cover right now. Get to the basement. If you don't have a basement, find an alternate interior part of your house that's away from the exterior walls. We're talking a bathroom, a closet, a stairwell, a if you have a crawl space that is very much interior, get in there. If you have an interior hallway, get in the hallway and hunker down. Okay, basement is best. I tell people that all the time. Okay, it's okay, Zeus Bruni. It's all right, Bubba. My German boxer's underneath here, having a panic attack right now. It's all right, Bubba. Anyway. So, you need to be taking cover. Cambridge City, Centerville, western side of Richmond, you are in this tornado warning. Let's go ahead and get a track on this storm. But I want to keep it on. I want to keep it on the velocity, though. Moving to the north at 38 miles per hour. Trenton says, "Thank you. You're very welcome. Just stay safe." Let's get this track going here. We got something new that just came out from the National Weather Service. Spires tornado warning for Franklin County. Okay, I knew that tornado warning would get dropped. Okay, so let's get this track going. Moving off to the north at 21 miles per hour. I'm sorry, at 38 miles per hour. Tingle. Get it right. There we go. East Germantown, 858, 916 Greens Fork. Alright? So, those are the areas that need to be starting to get prepared for this storm. Okay, they've canceled the tornado warning for Fayette and Wayne counties now. Okay, so Fayette and Wayne County, the tornado warning has been canceled. The rotation has weakened, okay? You can come out of your safe spot, but stay near your safe spot, though, in case if the warning does get reissued, rather. A lot of times what we see is these storms like to cycle, okay? They get strong, the rotation gets weak, then the rotation cycles right back up, okay? And we get the tornado warning to be reissued, okay? But for right now, Fayette and Wayne counties, you can come out of your safe spot. The tornado warning has been canceled, okay? But still stay away from windows, okay? Go back up to the radar. You see a cluster of showers and thunderstorms moving through right now. Go back up here. Something new from the National Weather Service expires. Severe thunderstorm warning for Fayette, Franklin, Union, Wayne, and Butler and Preble counties. Okay, so the severe thunderstorm warning for Fayette, Franklin, Union, Wayne, Preble, and Butler counties has expired. Okay. Let's put the hail tracker on and see if we have any indication of hail. And we do. There we go. Newly issued severe thunderstorm warning for Fayette, Union, and Wayne. Alright. So, new severe thunderstorm warning.
The National Weather Service in Wilmington has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for South Central Wayne County, Northwestern Union County, Indiana, Central Fayette County, Indiana, until 8:45 p.m. At 8:28 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over Connersville, moving northeast at 35 miles an hour. Hazard, 60 miles an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, minor hail damage to vehicles is possible. Expect wind damage to trees and power lines. Locations impacted include Connersville, Milltown, Alpena, Columbia, Nettelfield, Philo, Mass, Vicente, Bunker Hill, Waterloo, and Springersville.
Alright, you guys, I'm back with you now. That was a new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for Fayette, Union, and Wayne counties. See if we can get that one to come up here. I also want to make this very clear. We still have a severe thunderstorm warning that continues for Union, Preble, Montgomery, Butler, and Franklin counties until 9 o'clock. We have a severe thunderstorm warning that continues for Randolph County until 8:45. And we also have a severe thunderstorm warning that continues for Preble, Montgomery, Greene, Clark, Champaign, Logan, Auglaize, Mercer, Darke, Miami, and Shelby counties until 9 o'clock as well, okay? So these storms are going to be with us for a while now, okay? Trying to get the new warning to show. Until 8:45, okay. Okay, I don't know why the new warning's not showing up, but it should be. This is for Fayette, Union, and Wayne. It's for this storm right here that you can see, is what they warned on, okay? Go back over to the velocity. Not seeing any clear indications of rotation with this storm anymore. There's some more indications of damaging winds, rather. Perhaps this is why we have severe thunderstorm warnings in effect, because winds on the velocity are registering upwards of 57 miles per hour, pretty much over 50, really. And but not seeing a clear rotation with these storms at all. Minus the ones back here with the tornado warnings, but those are outside of the viewing area. There we go. There's the new severe thunderstorm warning. This is the new warning that was just issued for Fayette, Union, and Wayne counties, okay? That's until 8:45 this evening, okay? It's alright, Zeus and Rooney. Zeus is having a fit, you guys. It's alright, Bubba. The storms are calming down for now, okay? They're gonna calm down. Go see Mommy! Go see Mommy! Go get Kiva! Come on, it's alright. Go get Mommy! It's okay. Call him again! No, go to Mommy. Go. It's okay. Lay down in front of the fan. Okay? Lay down in front of the fan. It's all right. Alright? It's okay. Every time it storms, you guys, Zeus gets upset, okay? But I can't blame him. It's alright. It was like the worst of the storm that was affecting New Madison is off to the east of New Madison now. So just some light to moderate rain for now, okay? So we got more developing back here. So we got 2 rounds. We got maybe 2 rounds of this to go. But in Sonia, you're still getting some very heavy rain and some gusty winds, possibly some small hail, and some lightning too. Let me see here the velocity. Check on the storm. I haven't really been paying attention to the storm at all. And then there's my GSP, my German short hair pointer coming. Hi, Zeke. Go on, velocity. I may have to restart my radar, you guys. You see how quickly Fast Track Doppler radar updates, really. So up towards Ansonia, not seeing really very strong rotation. Some broad rotation right here to the northeast, but it's not very strong. So that's good. And then thankfully back down towards Union and Wayne. Union, Fayette, and Wayne, we're not seeing rotation. Maybe some trying to develop right here, in southwestern Montgomery County. So have to keep an eye on that. Getting another update from Fast Track Doppler radar. I'll let this paint in. There we go. Alright. You can see here, and also getting some spots of rotation starting to show up right here between Camden and West Elton, rather. But you can see right here, this little spot of rotation just north of Farmersville. This is in Montgomery County. It's starting to show up, so I have to keep an eye on that area as well. Again, these storms can very quickly start spinning, okay? That's just how volatile this atmosphere is today, okay? So any severe thunderstorm warning that we get can very easily be upgraded to a tornado warning, okay? I'm going to go over to the wind shear and see what the wind shear is looking like. Connersville and Liberty have a little bit. So it looks like it's up more on the weak side right now. That's good. And those tornado warnings are starting to clear out down here. Minus this one, just to the west of Bloomington. Looks like that really big one that produced that tornado earlier around Nashville, Indiana. I think it may have dissipated. That's some good news, really. Just give me a second here. Okay, so we have a viewer that is wanting to call. A little bit, hopefully. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Okay. So looks like severe thunderstorm warning has been canceled for Mercer, Preble, and Darke counties, and continues for Auglaize, Shelby, Miami, Montgomery, Greene, Clark, Champaign, and Logan counties. That's good. But we got more coming. So, for those of you, I think it's worth doing a recap. I think so. So, for those of you that are just joining me here on Facebook Live or even on YouTube, I'm Fast Track Mason with the Fast Track Storm Center. I've been live for the past hour now, hour and a half rather. Covering severe weather that has been moving through the viewing area and is currently still moving through the viewing area, rather. We have several severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect. We have a severe thunderstorm warning that continues for parts of Randolph County until 8:45. We have a severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued recently. That's until 8:45 for Fayette, Wayne, and Union counties. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning that continues for Franklin, Union, Preble, Montgomery, and Butler counties until 9 o'clock. We have a big one that continues until 9 o'clock for Auglaize, Shelby, Miami, Montgomery, Greene, Clark, Champaign, and Logan counties. And we also have a tornado watch that you can see shaded in blue. That's until 3 a.m., of course, except for Randolph County. Randolph County is until 11 o'clock on the tornado watch. But the tornado watch, the rest of the tornado watch that you see here, goes until 3 a.m. for the entire fast track viewing area, okay? So that is what we have going on right now. I'm just checking my phone, see if we have any new messages. Let's see here. Put the storm reports on, see if we have storm reports going to come in. No. Of course, numerous reports of tornadoes out here in southern Indiana. We've had those large tornadoes on the ground. Also some wind gusts as well. Okay, severe thunderstorm warning has been canceled for Franklin County. I think we got something here from the storm protection center. I'll have to wait for that to load. Anyway, if you guys saw anything, if you guys witnessed anything as these storms have been moving in, when it's safe to do so, snap a picture and send it to me on Messenger via the Fast Track Storm Center Facebook page, okay? That way I can see exactly what happened and I can relay that to the National Weather Service in Wilmington, okay? So if you see anything, if you get damage or if you get hail, snap a picture, send it to me on Messenger via the Fast Track Storm Center on Facebook, and I can relay that to the National Weather Service in Wilmington, so that way they have ground truth, okay? Alright, so do that. Make sure you tell me where you are, what town you're in, and what I am looking at exactly, okay? So that way I can convey that to the Weather Service, okay? Anyway, so do that, and I can relay that to the National Weather Service, so that way they can know as well, okay? So, back to the radar. So, we're watching things here, not seeing any rotation here at this storm. That's good. Still keeping an eye on it, still seeing some indications of winds, though. So, some strong winds, though. Put the hail tracker on, see if we got new indications with this. With these storms, we're starting to get some indications of hail in Preble County. And there's Zeke. We got a bunch of people here that are on here. We got Vicky, we've got Gavin, we've got Daryl, we've got Ashley, we've got Bradrick, we got Dana, we got Sarah, we've got Trenton, we got Kara, Susan, Joseph, my pal Joseph York, and we got Lee, and then we got Travis Emmerich watching. So welcome to everyone that is watching the live stream right now. I welcome you all as well, and thank you so much for tuning in to my live stream this evening. Okay, again, I'm covering severe weather that is moving through parts of the viewing area right now. We've had several severe thunderstorm warnings that have been prompted since these storms have been moving through. And I actually want to do something else. I want to put the storm total rainfall on. This is rainfall since the storms have started, okay? And one of the things I want to keep in mind is that we have a flood threat, okay? So in addition to the tornadoes and the hail and the wind, we also have a flood threat as well, okay? So any of these storms that develop, they could produce heavy rainfall. It could lead to some flooding, okay? Not seeing very many big indications of very heavy rainfall already starting to see an inch rather in parts of Preble and Union counties, and even parts of Fayette County as well. But still on the low light side around the west, around the rest of the viewing area. Okay, so that's good. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Let's put the 3-hour rainfall on. Actually, you know what? I don't want that. I want the rain rate. So this is how much rain is falling per hour. Alright? Travis says thank you. You're welcome, buddy. Stay safe. This is rain. These are rain rates, folks. This is how much rain is falling per hour. Okay? You can see right around Camden in southern Preble County already over 4 inches of rain per hour. Okay? Just that fast, we've seen 4 inches of rain, over 4 inches of rain from these storms per hour, okay? In parts of Miami County, same thing, 4 inches per hour. Parts of Shelby County, southern Auglaize County as well, anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of rain per hour. So, wouldn't be surprised if we start getting some flash flood warnings. This is a new severe thunderstorm warning for Butler, Clinton, Greene, Montgomery, and Warren counties. Let's head down here.
The National Weather Service in Wilmington has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Butler County, Warren County, northwestern Clinton County, Greene County, Montgomery County until 9:30 p.m. At 8:46 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over Williamsdale, moving northeast at 60 miles an hour. Hazard, 60 miles an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, minor hail damage to vehicles is possible. Expect wind damage to trees and power lines. Locations impacted include Paintersville, Franklin, Clarksville, Englewood, State Route 63 and State Route 741, Fort Ancient, Beckett Ridge, Lumber Trunk, Pekin, Corwin, South Middletown, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Old Town, Gladstone, Cedar Creek State Park, Yellow Springs, Cowan Lake State Park, Hunter, Roxana, and Clayton. This includes the following interstates: I-70 in Ohio between mile markers 18 and 41. I-71 in Ohio between mile markers 22 and 56. I-75 in Ohio between mile markers 18 and 65.
I'm back with you guys now. That was a new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for Montgomery, Greene, Clinton, Warren, and Butler counties. That's until 9:30 this evening. This is really interesting. I just got a Facebook comment here on the live stream on Facebook from Travis. Says there was a double rainbow outside in northern Darke County in Greenville. Okay, so Travis, if you spot that, send me a picture and I can show it on here. I would love to see that. So thank you for that. But this is a new severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Butler, Warren, Clinton, Greene, and Montgomery until 9:30 this evening. Okay. We also still have severe thunderstorm warnings that continue for now just Preble, Montgomery, and Butler counties. That's until 9 o'clock. And then we've also got a severe thunderstorm warning that continues for excuse me, for Auglaize, Shelby, Miami, Montgomery, Greene, Clark, Champaign, and Logan counties. That's until 9 o'clock as well. And then we have the tornado watch that still remains in effect. One thing I want to keep in mind right now, for those of you that are under a severe thunderstorm warning and are also under the tornado watch, which all of us are, if you start hearing tornado sirens going off in your communities, and yet there's no tornado warning, but yet you're under severe thunderstorm warning and tornado watch, that is just to warn people that it's just severe weather going on in the area, not just meaning tornadoes, you know. because some communities, when you have a severe thunderstorm warning and a tornado watch, sometimes they'll sound the sirens, the emergency management or whoever is in charge of sounding the sirens will sound the sirens for severe thunderstorm warnings, just to warn that there's very dangerous weather in the county. Okay, not necessarily mean that there's a tornado warning or anything. Just means that there's a severe thunderstorm warning, that there's very dangerous weather that is moving through the county. Okay, or moving into the county rather. So Auglaize County has been canceled out of the severe thunderstorm warning. So now to Shelby, Miami, Montgomery, Greene, Clark, Champaign, and Logan counties. Although it looks like most of that line has weakened considerably, really. But these are probably the strongest. These right here are probably the strongest storms that we have going on right now, from Vandalia all the way down into Butler County, right up at the top of Hamilton right now. I'm actually getting a track on this entire part of the line right here, and we're going to take this off to the east. Or northeast rather, at 58 miles an hour. So a track for squall track. I'm trying to get the we'll just have to wing it. Okay, so Oakwood 854. It's already passing over the top of you. It's getting ready to pass over the top of you. 855 Kettering, 856 Springboro, 857 Fairborn, 858 Centerville, 9 o'clock Beaver Creek, 903 Bellbrook, Xenia, 909, 910 Springfield, and then London, 930. Alright? So that is a track on that line, on that part of the line, because these are the strongest ones we've seen all night long, really. Not to say that this part of the line hasn't been strong, because this has been pretty strong as well. It's prompted warning before, prompted warning as well, okay? But zooming back down in here, velocity on, you see some really, really strong winds starting to show up here between Farmersville and Germantown, over 50 miles per hour. So we're going to continue to watch this as these storms move through. And keep in mind, like I said, another line developing already, and these will continue to move over into the Miami Valley. Okay, into the Miami Valley. Okay, so we're not completely out of the woods yet. Okay, we still got additional hours to go on this stuff. Okay, all right. So you can see this entire blue shading is a tornado watch that stretches from the Miami Valley all the way back into Arkansas. So it's not just us that is dealing with this. We got from Arkansas up dealing with this. Okay, the entire blue shading is a tornado watch. Okay, so zooming back in, you see we got other tornado warnings going on down here, but those will not impact us. Those are going to be moving off to the east, around across parts of Kentucky, and but we still got tornado warnings still going on though in just north of Bloomington. I apologize if I yawn, you guys. I've not been sleeping too good lately. This tornado warning is still going on just north of Bloomington, Indiana. This is a radar indicated tornado, but certainly seeing some very strong rotation with this storm. Possibly some debris trying to show up here. So I have to keep an eye on that storm. And again, like I said, the tornado watch goes until 3 a.m. for the entire fast track viewing area. Randolph, your tornado watch goes until 11 o'clock. Okay, I'll make that perfectly clear. Tornado watch for Randolph until 11. The rest of the fast track viewing area, tornado watch until 3 a.m. All right. Severe thunderstorm warnings. We're just going to recap all the warnings. Okay. All right. So severe thunderstorm warning for Preble, Montgomery, and Butler counties until 9 o'clock. You still got another few minutes left on the warning. Okay, then you'll be out of the warning. Well, at least for this. Preble, you'll be out of the warning completely. Butler, you're still under. Butler, you're under a warning. Montgomery, you're still under a warning. We got this warning for Montgomery, green.
The National Weather Service in Wilmington has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Shelby County, Champaign County, Logan County, northern Greene County, Clark County, northeastern Montgomery County, western Union County, Ohio, western Madison County, eastern Miami County, until 9:45 p.m. At 8:55 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Jackson Center to Hubert Heights, moving east-northeast at 50 miles an hour. Hazard, 60 miles an hour wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expect damage to trees and power lines. Locations impacted include Casstown, South Vienna, Kaiser Lake State Park, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Yellow Springs, New Carlisle, Pemberton, Dial 10, East Liberty, Loganville, North Lewisburg, Harmony, Lisbon, Snyderville, Interstate 70 and State Route 56, Mutual, New Moorfield, Plattsburgh, Lawrenceville, and Thackeray. This includes the following interstates: I-70 in Ohio between mile markers 35 and 73. I-75 in Ohio between mile markers 55 and 56.
Back with you guys now. That was a new severe thunderstorm warning, as you heard, for Logan, Champaign, Clark, Greene, Montgomery, Miami, and Shelby counties. That's until 9:45 this evening. Just an extension eastward, really, of this previous warning. So anyway, back to what I was saying. We have Montgomery, Greene, Clinton, Warren, and Eastern Butler under severe thunderstorm warning still until 9:30. We have this severe thunderstorm warning for Shelby, Miami, Montgomery, Greene, Clark, Champaign, and Logan counties until 9 o'clock. That's getting ready to expire. We got 1 minute left on that warning. All right. We've got this new one that was just issued until 9:45. Okay. So still got warnings going. All right. So let's get you in here closer to some of these warnings. Some of these storms right here. This is probably the strongest storm, though. The strongest storm, really. Without a doubt. Stretching from northwestern Warren County back into eastern Butler County. And this looks like it's showing definite indications of hail. I'll put the hail tracker on and let it load. There you go. Right there. You see that bullseye right there starting to develop. This to the northeast of Hamilton. This is indicating hail of perhaps an inch in diameter. So we're talking quarter-sized hail. We're starting to get some indications of hail in parts of Montgomery and Miami counties, as well as Butler County. There you go. We saw that previous severe thunderstorm warning go away, as well as this one right here. That was for Preble, Montgomery, and Butler. All right. So Preble County no longer in a warning anymore for right now, for the time being. So we're good there. So I'm going to say it to you this way. Preble, Union, Fayette, Wayne, Randolph, Mercer, Auglaize, and Dark, you are out of warnings right now. Still under tornado watch, yes, but not under warning right now. The warnings that are still continuing are for Montgomery, Greene, Clinton, Warren, Butler, Miami, Eastern Miami, Eastern Shelby, Northeastern Montgomery, Northern Greene, Clark, Champaign, and Logan counties. Okay, I think these are close until that's until 9:45, and this is until 9:30. Okay, so now they're not until exactly the same time. But we're gonna keep an eye on this. Okay, but we are starting to get hail indications of hail in Montgomery and Miami counties. Still getting hail indications in Preble, and getting this bullseye right here east of Hamilton in Butler County. Again, like I said, this is indicating upwards of an inch in diameter, so that's quarter-sized hail. We're still continuing to monitor this line back here, though. It's developing the second line back here. That's got severe thunderstorm warnings with it, and also a tornado warning to the north of Bloomington. Continue to move eastward into the Miami Valley, so we're watching the second round. This is our second round. This is our first round that we are dealing with. So this is almost out of the Miami Valley. Still got a few. We still got some time left on this round. Then we got this round coming in, and then that should be it for our night of severe weather. Okay. But we're still looking at the potential of flooding to occur. Okay. But you can see as these storms move through, these are heavy rainmakers, really. And that's what makes me very concerned about the fact that we may see some flooding. So going back over the fast track Doppler radar live, you see some very strong indications of hail southeast of Middletown, between Middletown and Monroe. And where you're seeing the pinks and the blacks and the white, that's a very good indication that there's some hail within that storm. Probably some strong damaging winds with this storm as well, from Montgomery all the way up into Clark and Champaign counties. And then the storm is this area up here as well. Not looking too bad. Getting some indications of hail right here, southwest of Huntsville in Logan County, so we'll watch that. Nothing up in the Auglaize, except for some heavy rain around Waynesfield. So, let's see here what we got. Let's check the messages. We got two messages. Okay, we got something new coming in from the National Weather Service, special weather. Okay. Responding to a couple messages. Continues to be thunderstorm warning for Butler, Clinton, Greene, Montgomery, and Warren counties. Okay. So if you guys have a report of damage or hail, send it to me on Messenger via the Fast Track Storm Center. I am looking at my messages right now, so send them here and I'll respond back, okay? Go back to my okay, so anyway. But yeah, we're keeping an eye on the storms though. No tornado warnings in effect right now. That's good, except for the one out here, but that's pretty much it, you know. So that's good. Here, I want to put the rainfall back on. I want the rainfall is now. I just wanted to show from the Indianapolis radar. I forgot about that. Okay, let's just show 3-hour rainfall. There you go. Rainfall starting to go up just over the past 3 hours, really, since these storms have been moving in, okay, from Illinois into Ohio, okay. Keep in mind, like I said, second round coming in. All right, so we got a new warning. Where did it go? Okay. Jeez. How you doing, Bubba? More cold air play. Still trying to keep Zeus calm, you guys. But you can see the tornado watch still in effect. That's until 3 a.m. And severe thunderstorm warning still in effect as well. We are starting to see that line starting to enter Randolph County, at least the top part of it, really. The altitude moving parts of northern, dark, and southern Mercer counties. And we got these storms right here. We'll actually switch to the National Weather Service radar in Indianapolis, and we'll take a look at some of these storms. Come on. It's got an update. There we go. There we go. Sorry. Anyway, so these severe thunderstorm warnings, these severe storms right here. This is probably the strongest right here, right around the Indianapolis metro right here. This is severe thunderstorm warning. That's until 9:30. So this is part of the line continue to move eastward. We got this one right here. There's an update from the radar. And that's spawned a tornado warning right here. That's going to continue to move over the top of Morgantown. Let's put the velocity on. There's some circulation right there, showing up some broad circulation. So we're going to be dealing with this threat for the night, really. I'm sorry if I'm not talking too much, you guys. It's just that when I've said everything I'm going to say, it's hard for me to think of anything else to say. So, but if you guys have anything that you want to let me know about, no matter if it's damage or if you have a question regarding the weather and about how the rest of the night's going to go, weather-wise, feel free to ask me. There's a new warning.
The National Weather Service in Wilmington has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Logan County, northwestern Union County, Ohio, Hardin County until 9:45 p.m. At 9:08 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Alger, moving east at 60 miles an hour. Hazard, 60 miles an hour wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expect damage to trees and power lines. Locations impacted include Huntsville, Rushsylvania, Huntersville, Ridgeway, Pfeiffer, Mount Victory, Big Springs, Essex, State Route 195 and State Route 235, Roundhead, Grant, Kenton, Silver Creek, Bell Center, Jumbo, Byhalia, Patterson, Walton, Blanchard, and Alger.
Alright, back with you guys now. That was a new severe thunderstorm warning that just came out for Auglaize, Logan, and Hardin counties. Hopefully if it pops up, hopefully it'll pop up on here soon. We got a report here. Fairfield and Butler County train spot reports half dollar sized hail at 9:05. All right. I suspected that was going to happen. That we start getting reports of hail. Put the hail tracker on. Let me see this. There you go. Fairfield. From Fairfield. There you go. There's Fairfield right there. Half dollar size hail. Okay. Yep. That would make total sense, really. We got Josh on here as well. So let's go ahead and pop up back to the north, really, where we have a new warning that's been issued. I don't know why it's not popping up on here immediately. The warning continues for Butler, Clinton, Greene, Montgomery, and Warren counties until 9:30. That's another few minutes left on this warning. Down here, this is probably the really strongest storm ever tonight, since that supercell that happened in Indiana earlier. I mean, look at this right here. A very, very large and powerful storm. Quarter-sized hail in the town of Monroe, right here, Monroe, at 9:09, reported by the public. All right, so now we're starting to get reports of hail occurring. It's all right, Zeus. And some more rain develop. It's all right, Bubba. It's all right. Let's see what's coming from the National Weather Service. Middletown in Butler County. National Weather Service employee reports quarter-sized hail at 9 o'clock. Okay. Now we're starting to get some really good reports of hail. Let's go to the hail tracker and see what we got going on now. Okay. It's alright, Bubba. It's all right. I know. But you can see here we're still getting indications of hail right here from Butler into Warren County. So we're still dealing with that as well. So I'm going to take a break. I'm not going to end the live stream, but I'm going to leave the radar image up. And I'll be back with you guys to chat more here soon, okay? Alright? Alright. If I also have a new warnings to pass along, I will jump back on here, okay? Alright.
Madison County, northwestern Ross County in south central Ohio until 10 p.m. At 9:19 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Wilmington, moving east at 60 miles an hour. Hazard, 60 miles an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, minor hail damage to vehicles is possible. Expect wind damage to trees and power lines. Locations impacted include Paintersville, Clarksville, Interstate 71 and State Route 38, New Vienna, Fort Ancient, East Monroe, Rosemore, Lumber Trent, Austin, Oakland, Selma, Sabina, Corwin, Gentown, Lees Creek, Madison Mills, Old Town, Gladstone, Cedar Creek State Park, and Yellow Springs. This includes I-71 in Ohio between mile markers 29 and 88.
Alright, hey guys, I'm back with you. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning that hopefully will pop up here. For Warren, Clinton, Clark, Clinton, Greene, and Warren counties. Hopefully that'll pop up here. We also got a question here. Travis is asking, is there any more storms in Greenville? Because I just saw some or heard some lightning. I think it's heading east. Okay, heading up towards Greenville. Some maybe some embedded lightning. With these storms, these are mostly heavy downpours, but there is a second line that's coming in. This is starting to move through parts of western Randolph County and into starting to enter western Wayne County as well. So this is our second line. So there's more redeveloping thunderstorms to the west. Okay, so these will continue to move into the Miami Valley as well. Okay, so we'll watch this line. But I think I'm going to maybe restart fast track Doppler radar because it's not one to pop the warning up. There we go. Okay. There's the new warning, and there's that warning I was also telling you about earlier for Auglaize, Logan, and Hardin counties. Auglaize has been canceled out of it. That's just now for Logan and Hardin counties. This is the new warning, though, that has been issued. This is for Greene, Clark, Warren, and Clinton counties until 10 o'clock this evening. Just an extension of the previous warning, okay? For this big storm right here that you can see, alright? But also for this one right here. This is also a pretty strong little cell right here as well. So we're going to get a track on this storm moving east at 49. Here. I get the angle right. There we go. Alright, Xenia, 927, 928, Wilberforce, Wilberforce, Cedarville, 930, 936, Shawnee Hills, Jamestown, 938, 939, Wilmington, 953, Sabina, 10 o'clock, Washington Courthouse, 10:02, Mount Sterling, and then 10:13 Grove City. So it's likely to be out of the fast track viewing area by that time. Okay, so that's the storm track on this line right here. We also still have the severe thunderstorm warning up here for just now. Logan, Champaign, Clark, and Greene counties. That's until 9:45, so another few minutes left on that warning. And we got this one right here for Montgomery, Butler, Warren, Clinton, and Greene counties until 9:30. So another few minutes left on that warning. We have another one right here that is for Rush County and also Henry County. This is going to get extended into Fayette, Wayne, and perhaps Union counties. This is a severe thunderstorm warning for this cell right here. That's until 10:15. For this storm that you see over the top of Morristown, and this will continue to track to the east at 53 miles per hour, actually. So let's go ahead and get track on this storm, and so we can already get folks informed. East at 53. Okay, so east at 53. So that's going to put it okay. Louisville 936, 945 Dublin, 947 Cambridge City. A new one coming out.
The National Weather Service in Wilmington has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Champaign County, Franklin County, Ohio, southeastern Logan County, northern Pickaway County, Delaware County, eastern Clark County, Union County, Ohio, Madison County, until 10:30 p.m. At 9:26 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near West Mansfield to near South Charleston, moving east at 60 miles an hour. Hazard, 60 miles an hour wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expect damage to trees and power lines. Locations impacted include Port Columbus Airport, Gahanna, Center Village, Worthington, Kilbourne, Hilliard, New California, Grandview Heights, Whitehall, East Liberty, Orion, Amity, North Lewisburg, Ostrander, Delaware, Duval, Riverlea, Ferrisburg, Watkins, and Interstate 70 and State Route 56. This includes the following interstates: I-70 in Ohio between mile markers 68 and 110. I-71 in Ohio between mile markers 86 and 138.
Alright, I'm back with you guys now. That was the new severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Logan, eastern Champaign, and eastern Clark counties. That is until 10:30 this evening. Getting back to the storm track. Louisville, 936, 945 Dublin, 947 Cambridge City, 948 Milton, Greens Fork, 956, 957 Centerville, 1004 Richmond, 1010 New Paris, 1016 New Madison, and then 1017 El Dorado. Alright, so that's the track on this particular storm. We got another thing coming in for the National Weather Service. The continuing the severe thunderstorm warning for Logan and Hardin and Logan and Union counties. Okay. Sorry. So anyway, so we got multiple severe thunderstorm warnings, and also a tornado watch in effect still until 3 a.m. for the entire viewing area. Rain off is still until 11 o'clock. So yeah, that's the update on the warnings right there. Let's see here. Let's check the messages and see if we got any new ones. Alright. So this first line is about to exit the Miami Valley completely. Then we got the second line moving in behind it. And then this should be it for the night, okay? Let's put the regional radar on and I'll show you one more time, okay? I actually put the loop on that I was showing earlier. There we go. there's the loop. You see over the past now 6 hours really. I bumped it up to 6 hours. This past 6 hours, you can see that's this line completely forming really. I just moved in from Illinois into Ohio really. Thunderstorm wind damage. Choctaw Lake in Madison County. Train spotter reports thunderstorm wind damage. Tree limbs downed at 9:20. Wow. Okay. Okay, so we are starting to get confirmation now of damage from these storms, really. So, this is why you should be indoors and away from windows. Because even during severe thunderstorm warnings, these storms can produce very, very strong, powerful winds, really. That could topple trees, topple power lines, rip roofs off of barns, blow branches into windows, creating flying glass. A dangerous situation right there as alone, really. You see those warnings also how they progressed over the past couple of hours, really, since the storms have moved in. You can see we have the tornado warning for Fayette and Wayne counties in Indiana. That's expired. That's been canceled. That was canceled already. We'll stop this radar image and put fast track back on. And zoom back in, because this is the strongest storm really that we have seen all night long here in the viewing area. This is the strongest storm. I mean the strongest one, because look right here, this really sharp, bright area of color right here. 61-mile-an-hour winds. This is why we have severe thunderstorm warnings in effect, because again, winds are going up over 50 miles per hour. And once they hit that severe criteria, that's when we see these storms turn severe. Really, thankfully, not seeing any signs of any rotation at all within this line at all. So that's some good news. Just some very strong, damaging winds. Indications of it, rather. Especially down in here, really. You can see where these really darker blues are. That's indicating where the strongest winds are here on the velocity, really. Now upwards of 68 miles per hour. Geez, that is really strong. That's almost nearly 70 miles. That's almost 70 mile an hour winds, really. You can see the thunderstorm damage threat is considerable. Because winds could be upwards of 70 miles per hour, really. 70 mile an hour wind gusts and $half sized hail can be expected with these storms, really, as they move through. Still continuing to monitor this line right here that's moving in, and also monitoring this area as well. Not seeing any signs of circulation at all. That's some good news. This is getting ready to pass over the top of Wilmington, and in fact pass right over the top of the Doppler radar as well. That is in Wilmington, the National Weather Service Doppler radar in Wilmington, which is the main site that I use for fast track. You see where the radar is emanating from that particular spot, really. And this line has done significant damage, really, since it's moved through. And that's what leads me to believe that, when we wake up in the morning, we're just going to find a lot of damage. I'm telling you. From the damaging winds. Hopefully there weren't any tornadoes that tried to sneak up, really. But we'll see. Like I said, tornado watch still remains open until 3 a.m. for the entire Miami Valley. Wouldn't be surprised if that watch starts to get canceled, really, once the second round moves through. You see this storm, though, in Rush County, Indiana. This is a very strong storm as well. putting, trying to put the storm relative velocity. It may have some circulation within it as well, but not anything too severe. Put the hail tracker on. Guiding indications of hail. Yes, we do. Actually, we do. All across Warren County. Wow, doesn't surprise me with this storm really, since it's moved from Butler County through Warren into and through the heart of Warren County. Wow. Not seeing any signs of hail big time with this line up here from Clark all the way up into Logan County. Some really good indications of hail down here with this storm. This is more of a hail producing storm, really. So let's see here. Turn the radar back on, hopefully. So I was in the debris tracker and look and make sure we don't have any debris signatures trying to show up. Got one right here, but I think that's from damaging winds, really. A lot of times when you get damaging winds, you can get special weather signal for Fayette Union Wayne. Okay, let's see what this is about. Strong storm located near Rushville, moving east at 45. That's that same storm that we've been tracking. Oops. My mistake. Accidentally ended the YouTube live. Accidentally exited out of YouTube. Not paying attention. I've been live for so long, really. It's been crazy. But anyway, you see this debris, a little bit of debris that's been kicked up a little bit. Sometimes when we get damaging winds, like really strong winds that burst down to the ground, we can sometimes get them to kick up. We can sometimes get the winds to kick up a little bit of debris as well. But not seeing any signs of any debris. Oh, okay, this is a new severe thunderstorm warning for Clinton County.
The National Weather Service in Wilmington has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Fayette County, Ohio, Clinton County, north central Highland County in south central Ohio until 10 p.m. At 9:37 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Wilmington, moving east at 40 miles an hour. This is a destructive storm for Clinton County. Hazard, 80 miles an hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be heavily damaged. Expect considerable damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles. Extensive tree damage and power outages are likely. Locations impacted include Melvin, Clarksville, Stunton, East Monroe, Bloomington, New Antioch, Oakland, Jasper Mills, Sabina, Cuba, Lees Creek, Reedville, Morrisville, Wilmington, Ogden, Washington Courthouse, New Martinsburg, Kingman, Interstate 71 at U.S. Route 68, and Cowan Lake State Park. This includes I-71 in Ohio between mile markers 43 and 58.
I'm back with you guys now. That's the news severe thunderstorm warning for Clinton County until 10 o'clock. You see the destructive label on there. That means this storm is very strong, really. This is a very intense thunderstorm right here. 80-mile-an-hour winds you can see here. This storm can produce, this could produce some heavy damage. So I'm going to zoom in here. Some idea of the wind, really. Hopefully. There we go. There you go. You can definitely see it. Whoa. There you go. Definitely 82-mile-an-hour winds within the storm, really. So some very, very strong winds going on right now within the storm. It's no wonder why they had the destructive label on the storm. Um, this is probably the strongest storm. Whoa. Okay, that is the highest I've seen these winds go. 99 miles per hour. That is very strong. If you live, okay, so if you live in Clinton County, you need to be hunkering down right now because if this storm is capable of actually producing 90-mile-an-hour winds like the velocity is indicating, then 99-mile-an-hour winds can definitely do some damage. It's just like what you would see with a very high-end tornado, really, type of tornado, where you get the 100-mile-an-hour winds, really. So if you're in Clinton County, you need to be hunkering down right now because this storm can produce anywhere from 80-mile-an-hour winds to 99-mile-an-hour winds. I would be surprised if it does, really. 97 miles per hour registering as well on the velocity. That is very strong. So we got 99, we got 97, there's 97 as well, 85, we got 82 mile an hour winds registering. This is indicating destructive winds, really. Destructive winds anywhere from 80 to 99 miles per hour, really. Let's check the shear on the storm because the highest shear is what indicates the highest potential for wind damage and can also indicate the highest potential for a tornado. And the shear is extremely high. This is the highest. This is the highest shear. This is the highest I've seen the shear go all night long. Okay, I have not seen the shear go this high in so long. Okay, until tonight. Let's see if the other shear tracker will work. I want to make sure I'm not losing my mind. Seems like it's not going to work. That sucks. So yeah, this storm is extremely strong. Let's check debris tracker and see if we got any debris being picked up from the moons. Not seeing any clear ones, not seeing any clear debris signatures yet, but there could be some. Getting a shear marker up there around Harveysburg, but that's a meso. That's more of a broad rotation, not necessarily tornadic. And then thankfully back towards Wayne County, we're not seeing rotation. We got some rotation trying to develop with this storm to the west of Fayette County. Again, this is more of a low level rotation, more of a low level circulation. So we'll put the velocity on, and we'll go over to actually the National Weather Service in Indianapolis radar, the radar in Indianapolis, because this is the closest to the storm. See if we got any rotation of the storm, because it is indicating rotation. Not seeing any particular rotation within the storm on the velocity, but we'll have to keep an eye out for it. Go back over to the Wilmington radar and zoom in, because this storm is the one that we need to be dealing with right now. Go back over to the radar, and we'll actually put storm cell tracking on and put this on. And you can see here, I believe the hail size is much larger than what it's saying. There's no way the hail can be that large, because they're saying that the storm is capable of producing hail that is 1.25 inches in diameter. So, and then there's some circulation that has been detected within the storm. So let's keep an eye on that as well. Wouldn't be surprised about that, because these storms have been showing some Haven't shown a lot of rotation this evening, really, since they've been moving in. So, like if it's gonna be, if there's gonna be any circulation, it's gonna be right over to the top. It's gonna be right over Wilmington. You can see this is the dome right here. This clear area is where the radar dome is in Wilmington, the National Weather Service radar site. And you can see where we have the reds and the greens trying to come together a little bit. It's really hard to see, but it's there. But we'll have to keep an eye on the storm. Um, and I can hear thunder right outside of the studio, so it looks like we got more coming in. Give me a second here. Okay, I want to make this very clear to the folks in Clinton County. The destructive label, that's equal to hurricane force winds, really. 80-mile-an-hour winds is something you can see with hurricanes as well. So I just want to make that clear. That's like hurricane force winds. Checking messages, not even in. So, yeah. Okay. Sorry. So anyway, we're keeping an eye on things here. Severe thunderstorm warning still continues for Greene, Warren, and Clinton counties as until 10 o'clock. That's another few minutes left. I'm going to take another break, and I'll be back on you guys, okay? All right. Alright, hey guys, I'm back with you now. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning as I predicted for Fayette, Union, and Wayne counties in Indiana. This is until 10:30 p.m. this evening. For this storm that you see here moving out of Rush County and into northern Fayette County. Again, until 10:30 p.m. for this severe thunderstorm warning. This will continue to head off to the east at 47 miles per hour. So if you're in this area, you need to be hunkering down again. So I'll keep an eye on the storm, and if I have any other ones, I will certainly pass them along to you. I'll be still here watching the radar. Okay, so I'll be here. Hey guys, I'm back with you. Um, we have a new warning that has been issued for Clinton and Greene counties until 10:45. Extension basically for the storm really. You see moving through the eastern half of Clinton County. Um, you see the old warning has gone away now. So this is a new warning that is essentially replacing the previous warning. Still the same storm though that has been warned lately. We're still dealing with this severe thunderstorm warning right here for Fayette, Union, and Wayne counties. That's until 10:30, and this will continue to head off to the east rather. Um, so if I have any other warnings, I will certainly be back on. I'm going to keep the radar image up, like I said, but I'll be back on if I have anything else. Okay. All right.
Was located near Loveland, moving east at 25 miles an hour. Hazard, 60 miles an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, minor hail damage to vehicles is possible. Expect wind damage to trees and power lines. Locations impacted include Murdoch, Clarksville, State Route 123 and State Route 132, Westchester, New Vienna, Fort Ancient, South Lebanon, Beckett Ridge, Kings Island, Lemon, Dallasburg, Blanchester, Lees Creek, Pisgah, Old Westchester, Four Bridges, Martinsville, Morrisville, Morrow, and Wilmington. This includes the following interstates: I-71 in Ohio between mile markers 20 and 31. I-75 in Ohio between mile markers 18 and 24.
Alright, hey guys, I'm back with you now. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for southeastern Butler County, southern Warren County, and Clinton County until 10:45 for these two cells that you can see here, moving through southern Warren County and southeastern Butler County as well. Um, these will continue to head off to the east. These are going to be moving into Clinton County. That part of this one is already in Clinton County. So these will continue to head off to the east. We still have the severe thunderstorm warning that continues for eastern Greene County, as well as um, eastern Clinton County. That's until 10:45. We also have this one for Fayette, Union, and Wayne until um, 10:30 still. So a lot of warnings popping up again. If I have any others, I'll be back. I'll be right back on, and you guys can continue to watch Fast Track. Okay. All right.
45 miles an hour. Hazard, 60 miles an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, minor hail damage to vehicles if possible. Expect wind damage to trees and power lines. Locations impacted include Gordon, Pittsburgh, El Dorado, Potsdam, Ithaca, Spring Grove, Arcanum, Middleborough, West Manchester, Whitewater, New Madison, Lewisburg, New Paris, Brookville, Caston, Laura, Interstate 70 at US Route 127, Abbotsville, Wayne Lakes, and Garland. This includes the following interstates: I-70 in Indiana between mile markers 147 and 156. I-70 in Ohio between mile markers 0 and 25.
Alright, hey guys, I'm back with you. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning now that has been issued for southern Darke, southwestern Miami, northwestern Montgomery, northern Preble, and eastern Wayne County until 11 o'clock this evening for this storm that you can see here right over the top of Richmond. Starting to see some really, really good indications of hail. I actually put the hail tracker on right now. There's some lightning right there. See here. Get the hail tracker up. There we go. There's some hail being indicated right here on radar. And I also right here I want to indicate this as well. We're starting to see some bullseyes starting to show up in Clinton County with this storm. See here if we can get indication. Egg-sized hail, really, still being indicated on radar. Just give me a second here. I'm checking something out here. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, back up here. I was just making sure my cousins are okay. Because I have family that lives down in Kentucky. So anyways, you can see here, new severe thunderstorm warning for Darke, Miami, Montgomery, Preble, and Wayne counties until 11 o'clock. Not seeing any signs of any rotation right now, but I will keep a very, very close eye on fast track Doppler radar. Well, there may be some rotation right there, but it's more up in the air, so not necessarily up at the down at the ground. But I'll keep an eye on fast track Doppler radar. Any other warnings, I will be back on to pass them along to you. Stay away from windows as these storms move through, and I'll see you guys soon, okay? Bye.
Locations impacted include Greenfield, Leesburg, New Vienna, East Monroe, Samantha, Lynchburg, South Salem, New Martinsburg, Paint Creek State Park, Highland, and Hillsborough.
Alright, hey everyone, it's Fast Track Mason back with you. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued excuse me, for Clinton County, southeastern Clinton County to be exact. It's for Clinton, Fayette, Highland, and Ross counties until 11:15 this evening, okay? And hopefully that polygon will pop up here so I can see exactly where this is. But it's this storm right here that you can see that is right over the top of New Vienna and is starting to pass over the top of Leesburg right here, which is in northern Highland County, okay? So you can see we also have a severe, there it is, there's the new warning right there. There's the new severe thunderstorm warning. So it's southeastern Clinton County from Lynchburg to New Vienna to Leesburg to Greenfield, and then over on just north of Bainbridge. If you're in this area, be moving indoors, okay? Until 11:15. We also still have this warning for Clinton County because of this storm here to the south of Wilmington. This is just between Martinsville and Blanchester. That's until 10:45, so another few minutes left on that warning. Then we have this warning still in effect for southeastern Darke County, northeastern Preble County, northwestern Montgomery County, and southwestern Miami County. This is until 11 o'clock. Still, because of this storm right here that moved in from Indiana, now in Ohio, and hopefully this is the last cell that we have to track for this evening. We also have a couple of new cells that popped up here. One right over the top of Liberty in Union County. This is a strong storm, but not severe. No severe thunderstorm warning with this one. And then in northern Franklin County, just a strong thunderstorm that's actually producing just mainly some heavy rain, possibly some gusty winds, and some lightning. But no warnings with these at all. This cell is the one we have a warning for, and then these down here are the ones we have warnings for as well. That first line has moved out of Ohio, out of the Miami Valley rather, except for these two cells down here in Clinton County. The second round, like I said, is moving through currently, as you can see, stretching from Logan County back all the way into Union County and further southwest into Franklin County, Indiana. You can see we still have the severe thunderstorm warning, like I said, for Darke, Miami, Montgomery, and Preble counties until 11 o'clock. Severe thunderstorm warning for Clinton County, a good majority of Clinton County until 10:45, and then this new one for southeastern Clinton County, Highland, Fayette, and Ross counties until 11:15. So we also still have the tornado watch that is in effect. That still is in effect until 3 a.m. for the entire Miami Valley. Randolph is still in effect until 11 o'clock. So another few minutes left on the watch for Randolph County, and then Randolph County will be dropped from the watch, and then more than likely we'll start to see the tornado watch, the one that goes until 3 a.m. We'll probably start to see this watch get canceled as the second round continues to move through the Miami Valley. So keep it here to the Fast Track Storm Center. Any other warnings, I will be back on to pass them along to you. Take care and stay safe. I'll keep the radar image up so you guys can see it. And if I have any other warnings, I'll be back on to pass them along. Bye-bye.